Aloha, Cindy here from Perfect Little Business, and for some context about what I'm going to be sharing, I've been operating a healthy six-figure solopreneur coaching and programs agency for the last 9 years, and if you're anything like me, then the concept of scale isn't necessarily the end-all goal. Yes, we want a business we can love that gets our clients amazing results and that makes us really great money, but that business also has to be lean enough to give us the flexibility and lifestyle freedom that we crave. Now that is what I call a perfect little business. But I know, as a perfect little business owner myself and a coach to hundreds of coaches over the last 9 years, that there are 3 main obstacles that coaches repeatedly run into when building this perfect little business. Obstacle number 1 is that they don't stand out. Especially in the online world where there are millions of other people offering similar things, many coaches lack clear value proposition. Now that's the thing that makes them unique, relevant, and desirable to their ideal client. The last thing that people want to do is invest in more of the same, and if you lack any true distinction in your market, you're dead in the water. Obstacle number 2 is marketing and sales as a hustle. So let's say that you have good value proposition. You still have to get the word out and you have to change minds and hearts quickly in order to land clients. But the sad truth is that even though we have all these social media platforms at our fingertips, marketing is actually harder today than it's ever been. That's because the world is moving at lightning speed and there's so much noise that we need to rise above. The speed and noise not only creates an attention span deficit in people, making business owners feel like they have to be on this endless content creation hamster wheel just to get noticed, but there's also an intention span deficit happening as well, meaning that just because you grab the right person's attention and you have what they need, it doesn't mean that they will follow through on behalf of their own best interest. People are literally being tasered into paralysis, and there's just too many distractions, too many options, and too many people trying to sell them in the DMs, and it's simply safer not to take action than it is to follow through, making your job at sales a lot more difficult. Now, obstacle number 3 is operational inefficiencies. Now, by nature of this business, many of us wear every single hat in our business, but we're not Superman or Wonder Woman, we're mortal, and sometimes doing our best is just keeping our head above water. I know from following this trap for years that running my own show meant always apologizing for my operational shortcomings. Sorry, this process isn't smoother. No, I don't have this automated yet. I'll get to this as soon as I have time. But luckily for you, I've lived through that valley of despair, growing my business to a sustainable, profitable, and happy place, and with zero desire to scale my business, as long as scale equals adding complexity to it, I am happy to report that I've cracked the code. I know how to build a perfect little business, and with AI, it is now easier than ever. So let me show you that process. Number 1, instead of having no value proposition, we need to become a category of one. Simply put, you need to own your own niche. So how do you do this? You do this by partnering your unique zone of genius, what makes you great and what your clients love about you, with AI to leverage your brain and get your clients faster, more profound results. Now, just like everyone else, when ChatGPT came on the scene, I started using it for copywriting and productivity, and I thought it was awesome. But once I figured out how I could actually partner with AI, I was able to start generating an additional $20,000 per month without adding more complexity, more team, or more offers to my business. I simply got my existing clients better results, and things started to snowball from there. Number 2, instead of having marketing and sales be a hustle, you need to make your marketing and sales become an effortless process in your business. Now, this is a combination of tactical strategy and mindset, and not altogether easy to do. But once you crack the code, the shift from hustle to effortless can happen quickly. The first step in the process is to speed up KLT, which is know, like, and trust, with new leads. Now, there are various ways you can do this, but I like using high-value workshops. The second step in the process is to personalize your marketing. Now, we are in a new era of marketing where it is no longer sufficient to simply grow and market to a list or to an audience. We are now in an age where we have to market to the individual. Very few business owners are doing this, but it's 100% the way of the future. Adopting this early will put you in the 1% of 1% and quickly set you apart from the pack. And why is this the future? Well, if you want to solve the attention and intention span deficit in your market, you need your prospects to feel seen, safe, secure, and supported by you individually. Now, the third step in the process is your mindset as it relates to your sales process. In order to eliminate hustle from your sales, one of the first things that you need to master is the ability to sell high-ticket coaching without phone calls. And how you do that? You have to be okay with the occasional no, and you need to embrace the concept that I learned called the prize never chases. It's the only way to run a high-ticket coaching business without burning yourself out on marketing and sales. And number 3, you have to not only avoid operational inefficiencies, but you have to build a business that strives for 90% profitability. Now, if you have an e-commerce business, this might not work. But if you're a coach or service provider, it absolutely is possible and should be what you work towards. And in order to achieve 90% profitability, there are a few key pieces to master. First, you have to get your clients amazing results. Results equals retention and referrals, and without those 2 things, you'll never have a perfect little business. Second, you have to embrace what I call the 3 A's: automation, AI, and analytics. You You have to use systems, you have to use robots, and you have to track your data. Third, you have to be fiercely protective of your time. A perfect little business is not one where you work 75 hours per week, abandon your kids, and neglect your health. It's one that supports all areas of your life and brings you joy. So you have to systematize your time. Run your business more like a Navy ship than a pirate ship. And from that, you should see immediate ROI from this tip alone. So there you have it. My secret recipe to building a perfect little business. I've put all of this information in a Google Doc. If you'd like to dig into it more, just let me know what's resonated to you most about what I've said, and I'll go ahead and send you the link. Mahalo.